Who the fuck likes anime?
All right, so I got another passage from
That's gonna be
that's gonna be the intro.
Strong start, dude. You want to try that
Strong
again?
start.
You want to try it again?
No, we are here to discuss, give you the words that I wrote. No, I didn't write. Someone wrote it from the book of Anime Trap House on the world. This is an excerpt from Mobile Suit Gundam 1-1. As God looked down upon the travesty of creation known as Cody, he decided to ignore his guttural yell for an anime podcast. Cody, not one to be deterred from his journey into deviancy, began to trot throughout the land to search for vile, disgusting souls who would join him in his quest to defile the human race. That was the passage.
You're giving him that short of a passage? You're not even going to say who I met first?
No. Passages are...
Yeah.
It's
short.
a passage for a reason.
It's a
when you go through a
I
passage,
don't know, dude.
when you
I
go through a
said
passage, that's
passage.
not the good part. Like if you're like traveling and you're going through a passage, you only care about where they're coming from and where they're going to. You don't care about the
Justin.
actual
Yeah, it's
passage.
just really big.
Thank you, Justin.
Idiot.
Idiot, dude.
Yeah.
He's fucking teaching you about fucking word science out here. You don't
Dude,
even
I don't
fucking
know.
understand, dude.
I don't get
It's a
words.
passage. You got to keep them hooked. Keep them coming back.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
keep them coming.
Welcome to the Anime Trap House. I'm your host, dude, Harris Bileboy Khan, joined by Kyle Wildboy Ramsey, with also Justin Styleboy Flory, and Cody Childboy Chambers.
Yeah, dude.
That's okay.
I got told today I look like a baby.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, you look like this girl. She's like, you got baby face. You look like you're 19. I'm like, there ain't no fucking way I look like I'm 19. She's like,
When-
or 22, and I'm like,
I'll take
when
that.
what's his name? When Big Gay joined us, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
said you look like the guy from Recess.
Yeah.
That had me fucked up, dude.
Dude,
that fucked me up. I swear to God, that fucked me up for a whole week. I was
yeah,
looking
I'm
at him,
still
I'm
fucked
like,
up about
that
it,
is
dude.
It was good.
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I hate it when someone like offhand cuts you so good with that.
Yeah.
Actually,
It wasn't
last,
even-
last time I
it
shaved
didn't
my
This is
beard,
real.
someone said I
It
look
didn't
like
even-
Uncle Fester. I'm fucking never again.
Christopher Lloyd, though.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
not as
It
much.
wasn't
Fuck,
even.
dude.
It wasn't even a cut though. Like it was
Yeah,
so
it was just
accurate.
it was just real. It was just like very observational,
Yeah, it was more educational than a cut for me. you know?
scientific almost.
Whole
You know?
week.
I
you're like,
haven't
am I
gotten
still
that
on
really.
Recess?
Hold,
I got
hold.
I got Jim Carrey from Sonic. And
Dr. Robotnik.
yesterday I got asked by a customer. She's like, "Is that real?" I was like, "What fucking psychopath would put on a fake mustache to go to
For a
work?"
whole shift of work. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like if somebody did that, don't talk to them.
Yeah.
Don't ask them. Like, what would she have done if you were like no, and then just told it, like, take it off and put it back on? What would she have
Like,
No,
done?
what if I
look at
took
this.
it off and put it on her?
Yeah.
No,
No,
this is
it's
what you
yours
do.
now.
This is what you do. This is what you do. You get a fake one and put it over your real one, and then when someone's like, "Is that real?" Be like, "Yeah," and then just take it off.
I'm just imagining
really
being
fuck
like,
with them,
none
you
of
know?
it is, and just take off
None
your
of it
nose
is.
and just like,
Take
Start
off my
pulling your
skin.
fucking
Just
teeth
that's
out,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just fucking peeling it off, and then you're just skeleton, and then we're all in the skeleton army for the Spooksville.
what happened to Justin? He peeled off his face.
Yep.
It wasn't real.
Like that
That was
guy,
new.
like that guy from Rick and Morty, the personal space guy.
Oh man, God, I fucking love that skit.
That's a good one.
It's so good.
Here's the plug for where you can catch us, because we're podcast. Live every Thursday at about 5 p.m. CST or GMT -5 for all y'all non-American folks. If you can't join us live, check us out on YouTube or podcast service anywhere. Just smash face and keyboard until words Anime Trap House up and then belly flop onto search button.
You just cut words out like you're not even fucking. Just fuck trap face.
If you enjoy piss, consider funding Trap House Anime at patreon.com/anime trap house. Just like Nick Purdue.
Why'd you say his whole name?
Because the middle part I skipped out.
Okay, gotcha. So we're just going back to calling him Nick Purdue. That's my favorite
Purdue?
one.
Can we start a band and call it Piss Factory?
Piss Factory.
Yeah, that's a good name.
It's a good name.
Yeah. If you want, drink from Kano. Open wide. ATH at animetraphouse.com.
What's happening?
I don't know what
lastly-
you're trying to
stroke,
say,
man.
dude.
Piss Kano.
Lastly, come talk us, Discord server or Facebook group. Links in show notes.
Wait, so Harris, are you saying Piss Kano as in like a volcano that
volcano
shoots piss,
piss,
or like
yes.
Kano the Mortal Kombat character?
That shoots piss out of his eye laser.
Yeah, because I want to see both.
If you
Yeah,
shoot
dude.
piss, if you shoot piss out of your eye, is it a second penis?
Yeah, but not like a laser, like just like actual like what would come out of a penis, like a slow
just
like.
like
But then it would
just
like
a
just
stream.
dribble down your eye at the end, like.
And you can't shake it. He's like, all right,
You're just like,
get the last piece.
I'm
on a
saying you
minute.
go in the men's restroom and a dude's just leaning into a urinal.
Yeah,
just with his eye.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
like-
insinuating that anywhere that has piss coming out of it is a penis? Because that's not true.
Yeah.
Why couldn't
Butt
it be an
piss?
eye pussy? Like, I feel like that'd be more acceptable. Like, you open it and just, like, squirt it out.
Are you saying anywhere that piss comes out of is a pussy?
No, but, like, the way you said it, you know?
Just a nozzle.
I don't know.
Dude.
Yeah.
I look at the world through a very male centric lens because I'm a man.
Okay.
That's just how I am, dude. I don't know.
You need to fix the
I'm just I'm a
patriarchy, bud.
disgusting. I don't.
I don't even know what
I
that
don't
fucking
like
means, dude. I'm just saying shit.
We're talking about Vinland Saga episodes 10 through 14 today. Yeah. Tell us what you feel about the things that we opened with our face about.
Can
Kyle.
somebody call Harris a doctor? Somebody call a doctor. What is going on with him? Are you gonna do the whole podcast like this? Well,
it'll fix. I didn't.
Let's open
slash-
your face and get your
What?
ideas in us.
There's definitely parts where I did write like that.
Spin kill, Thor kill,
Because
spin blood, arm,
It just
leg.
kind of like we'll talk about it. But
Okay.
go ahead, Kyle. Tell us how you feel.
Show am good. Much blood, much kill. It's if I had to do an it would be a dope.
Okay.
Not a dope as dope, but just dope.
Right.
I don't know. I don't feel like I got really a ton to say.
You don't have a good rhythm like Harris does, not at all.
No,
talk
I
more.
can do it.
No,
I
you
can
can't.
do it.
No, you fucking can't.
I can skip words like I'm having a stroke.
I do it all the time. I promise you, I can do it.
You do it unironically though. Like,
I know.
yeah.
I probably
I'm
did it
losing.
in that sentence.
Yeah, for sure.
No, there's really, I don't know what to say about it. Like, there was no Vinland, there's no Saga. It feels like we have 20 some episodes and that they just like wanted to really drag out this part. That's how I feel. It was good, but I definitely like, you could have erased all 5 of these episodes, and I might have been able to follow the story. That's about
Okay.
Depending on what happens
Yeah,
next. right?
that's what I'm saying. I might have been able to. Might be a little
All right.
bit confused, but
Justin.
If words I use Askeladd bad, good, although who knows?
that was a good who knows.
I hate that I understood everything you just said, dude. Who knows?
dope. I loved it. Fucking loved it.
Okay. Cody.
Show good, great, dope is dope, but 4 watched I have dope. Okay, you got it.
Got it.
All right,
Yep,
I can't do it. That shit hurts my brain thinking about words.
Yeah, it's tough.
It
it's
is
hard,
actually
dude.
harder than actually normally
It's
speaking.
very difficult. That's why, like, I'm only doing it for the stuff that I've written.
Got you.
Because then I can just
Like, skip.
mentally be like, that's
Yeah.
not the word I'm saying now. You're saying that one, you know?
No, these episodes I give it dope. Like Kyle said, not a lot happened, but some shit happened. You know, I still wouldn't want to skip these at all, but you might be able to.
I think
yeah.
you could skip everything except for 14.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like all the no, because you had like character development with the prince and shit, like between him, Prince, and Thorfinn.
Yeah.
Maybe that could like bloom into something, and if like on episode 15 they're like talking and being buddy and
If
joking
Hollywood
each other
can
off.
cut out all the character development in every movie, we can too.
I like the character development. I want it. That's what most of the shit was.
Show. That's why I watch shows and not movies. Because movies
I know,
fucking
right?
suck, dude.
They're like, okay, it's third act. We love each other now.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, what?
Like, we didn't resolve any of the issues that we really had, but we love each other now.
These
Love
things
is
are
enough.
different now. I don't know.
Time has passed, you know? Like, I kind of forgot why we were beefing. You got big-ass titties, and I got a big-ass dick.
I thought you were
get
going to
married
say you
about
got
it.
big ass titties, and I got a big ass face go,
I got a big-ass horse face, you know?
Yeah,
Call me
I
Boss
like the shit a
Naboo,
lot.
you know?
I like watching the characters. I like watching them do stuff. You know, I think. Remember how I was like, maybe Askeladd ain't too bad of a guy. No, he just full
Yeah,
of a guy.
but see, I just fucking love him still. He's so bad, but he's so dope. I love it. I
Yeah,
love
he's
that whole
dope.
dynamic.
I'll still give you
Just-
he's dope, but he bad. He bad guy.
oh,
dude.
he's
just-
bad.
Just because you are a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I think God just cursed me because I called Askeladd bad guy because he threw something directly into my eyeball and it hurts.
And it's
really
like
bad.
like getting into his backstory
What?
is fucking real interesting. Really excited.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see where it goes. And I like, even if there's no spectacular end, like Kyle for some reason thinks that if the name of the show isn't in the show, it's not.
Like we've
that
said
show.
it like
I never
12
said
times.
that.
This is a prologue.
That's what you
Like,
implied. Like, it's called Vinland Saga. There's no Vinland or Saga. I'm like, I don't know. What
I
Call it
can't
something
say
else.
this
I don't know what
any
to
more
say.
times. This is a
Why?
prologue.
Why call it something else? If the ultimate goal we know is going to be them going to
if
Vinland.
if the show was called Naruto and then you spent a whole season just as his grandpa and never got to saw Naruto, and then you're like, it's
is it-
Naruto, and then you're like,
I mean, isn't that like how JoJo's is?
So-
like,
Yeah.
which JoJo are
Right.
they talking about? You
All
know?
of
So you're just mad about the name of the show. You're saying it
would-
should have been named Thorfinn.
I'm not even
It
actually.
should have
mad
been
about
called
it.
Thorfinn's Bizarre Adventure. You know?
I'm not even mad about it. I just was just like, there was a part where I was bored on like the 5th episode, and I was just like, this ain't even Vinland.
I was not
like
bored
that's
on the fifth
that's where I
episode.
was at.
I wasn't bored at all throughout any of
Dude,
these episodes.
That girl being out in the snow going, I'm bad. I'm like, this show right now is bad.
Dude, you don't understand contemplation of evil and good, and that makes me hate you as a
And
human
especially
being,
with like
you
a
know?
Christian background. Like
Right,
it's like
right.
and that's another
It's
thing
very
that they did
interesting.
really well is like the clash between cultures, like Christianity
Yeah.
versus the Nordic. It's good.
it is.
It's good.
It's good. I feel like I'm learning stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Might be wrong shit, but I'm learning it. I'm learning if you're hungry, you can kill a bunch of people and then
Probably.
eat their food.
Probably.
And then Thor will be like, good shit, dog. Come and hang out with us in Valhalla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's these group of episodes is dope. I like it a lot. It's straight up my alley with a lot of like the weird religion talks and interesting dynamics between characters. A couple things that kind of frustrate me are Askeladd seems to be the main character all of a sudden. And like Thorfinn's just kind of like a support character now, which kind of hurts a little bit. We're learning a lot about like geography and stuff like that, and I don't care about not America, you know. If this was like George Washington and the Revolution, I'd be in. You know?
Shut the fuck up, you America sick, dude.
But like, yeah, whales. Oh, I care about whales. Like, I don't know shit about whales.
I know they're in the
like,
ocean.
Whale Tail Island. Let me see that tongue. So yeah, you know, it's fine. I like Askeladd. I think he's interesting. I think there's just a lot of like depth that we got from him here. But like I said, I was really interested in the show because of Thorfinn, and it feels like he's just been kind of pushed to the background a little bit.
Yeah.
And
I was
like that.
surprised at how much I didn't care that happened.
Yeah.
It took until like starting the podcast to realize that Thorfinn really wasn't in these episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was fine with it. Askeladd can be my new dad. I don't care.
Well, I kind of hate too that there's a scene where, you know, Askeladd's like, hey, Thorfinn, go and take care of Canute. And Thorfinn's like, you know, I don't wanna. We're still fighting. Give me my reward. And he's like, yeah, whatever. We'll fight. We'll fucking get
and then he
through,
goes
you
and
know?
does it
like,
anyway.
Like, just like dismisses him and like makes like it's starting to feel like a joke now, you know? And I don't like that. Like, this was, you hooked me in so deep as this is like a revenge thing, and it's sort of still a revenge thing if you think about it from Askeladd's viewpoint a little bit of he's trying to use his dad's blood to like be upset about the people that I don't know, like where his mom's coming from. It's strange.
See, the way
it's fine. It's still good. I still like it. I think it's like well written, but it just took me down a path I wasn't really expecting it to.
Yeah. But see, that made sense to me because from Thorfinn's perspective, it is a revenge story still. Like, I mean, obviously he still wants to kill Askeladd, but in these group of episodes, Askeladd's like his demeanor shifted. Like, and everybody notices. Ever since Canute fucking took his helmet off, like, I'm assuming they're probably maybe going to be related or something. Well, I don't know.
No, I mean, as soon as he saw Canute, he's like, oh, another boy I can groom.
Yeah.
Got it.
I thought they were going to do that for sure.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
That's why he put Thorfinn and Canute together.
Yeah.
Like, the best way to convert a slave is to have him sit with a slave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But like, that's why like
sense.
he dismisses like the whole duel situation. He's just like, whatever. I don't.
Yeah.
That's old news. Like, I already told you you're gonna kill me next duel. I don't care.
You're gonna help me groom this boy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be your role from now on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But yeah, it's still dope. Like, especially in that last episode, the cinematography and how brutal it was, because you saw it from the viewpoint of the villagers, right? We've seen these pirates just ravage villages, and it's been like sad here and there with Thorfinn and the mom in the one village, but other than that, they've just been running like roughshod through all these villages. And this one was like what that life was like before these people just come and take over. And we had all this time with Askeladd of like, oh, you know, he's still trying to scheme and do his own thing. And then you get this episode right here where you're like, no, he's still out here just like
he's still the baddest
Askeladd
bitch,
number
baby.
one. Yeah, like still we need to do whatever we need to do to survive. I give a fuck about villagers, you know?
Yeah. I think I need to see his motivations more. Like the end goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he actually?
I mean, he tipped his hand on all that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
with all that. But if he knows he's gonna die next time he fights Thorfinn, like, is he just trying to get the treaty signed and then he doesn't give a fuck what happens? Is that like,
yeah, I'm sure that's
okay.
I would assume
where
so.
he's at. Like, whatever. If Wales is good, then I'm good. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, and that's even assuming he's not lying about all that.
Right. That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
He could just be like, whatever, dude. I'm gonna just kill Canute about it because
Right.
it reminds me of my mom, and I came my mom.
come on, mama.
Came my mom. I hate Ragnar.
Yeah. He's the fucking worst.
Fuck that guy, dude.
I hate Canute.
Yeah, I do
And that's
too.
it.
I was really hoping Canute wouldn't take the helmet off, right? And then it was just gonna be some badass motherfucker.
Say,
Wrong.
Canute's got some
Wrong.
distles, dude.
Canute,
He would.
Worthy of
He'd be
a
the-
called Trap God.
Oh, could
He'd be the lead host at Femboy Hooters. You know what I'm saying?
Canute
He would be the lead
would get the
host
Canut.
in my new movie. I'm about to fuck the shit out of this person. You know what I'm saying?
Yikes!
I actually wrote a novel.
Yikes!
I came in Canute.
Yeah.
Well,
And
we don't know how old he is, so let's just slow down on that.
Yikes, you're right. Fuck, dude. Every time. God
They
damn it.
reference him as a little boy frequently. Just be careful.
I don't know.
That's all I'm
But
saying.
like everybody's a little boy to like a 60-year-old man.
Just
Yeah,
be
right.
careful.
These
Like if
guys
you're
are all
18,
veterans,
19, 20, they're
I'm
like that little
not-
kid.
I'm not calling the police, but I have dialed 9. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, hey, I'm zipping it
That's all
up.
I'm saying. I'm just
I'm
saying.
blowing the wiki, dude.
Let's just
If
tread a
it's
little
named
softly here.
Canute-
All right.
It gets the boot. That's all I'm saying now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get
that
the
was
fuck
not where I
out.
thought you were going, so I'm happy that that's where you
You
went.
thought I was gonna say it gets the newt,
I'm-
didn't you?
I thought
Gets
you
the
were going to
flute.
say he gets it up the poop, you know?
He gets the flute. I like that one.
He gets
a
the
lot.
flute. That's,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
nope, I don't.
certain when he's introduced in the show, he's 17.
Fuck. All right, if it's
I'm not
not
sure what year it's presenting right now. If
Plot!
plot,
Plot! Plot!
plot.
Plot!
Plot.
Plot! Hello?
Plot.
Yes? This is plot? Plot?
hello
I
FBI.
have
We need.
There's an ongoing plot
two
at the address
people
of
down at the
123
plot?
Plot Street.
Ooh, I gotta give a hell yeah. Can I get
Episode 10.
Can I get a thing to give me a hell yeah? I need to get hyped up.
Don't. If Canute comes up to you, he's like, "You're not gonna fuck me, right?" Would that be?
Hell yeah, dude!
Got him.
Something like that.
I don't know how
I
that
didn't
works.
like it.
I don't know if that's bad
I
or
don't
not.
know. I hope
just-
it was good. You used a lot of negatives. So
That's what I'm saying. Like how many
You do the
negatives
math, I don't know.
form a circle? Yeah.
That was very dangerous. Episode 10. Thorkill launches boulders at the army that got left behind at London Bridge. Like, insert famous picture here. As Prince Canute does nothing but just pray to Jesus.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I'm just gonna
Thorkill's
pray
just out
about
here
it.
just throwing these really intense fastballs with big
Right.
ass boulders. I don't know anything about baseball, so I couldn't think of a famous picture. And I wasn't gonna look it up and like fuck up my Google search about it. You know, I don't want Google to think I'm in.
Yeah,
a
you're gonna
baseball
start getting a lot of baseball ads. Like, you
I've been
want to
doing
buy
a
a lot
lot
of baseball cards?
stuff
I've
lately.
been doing a lot of baseball stuff lately.
Baseball, dude. I'm buying bats and shit. Like, come on.
I couldn't even think of a fictional pitcher.
Babe Ruth. Boom. You could have just said that.
Fictional.
Babe Ruth. Was he a pitcher?
No, not at all. But you don't know that. I don't know
All
that.
right,
Fuck it.
fair enough.
Babe
I
Ruth,
was,
the
I was
famous
gonna say
picture.
Wayne Gretzky because Babe Ruth is equally wrong to me.
Michael Jordan. He played baseball for a little
Boom.
bit.
Oh, yeah,
gets
he
the
did.
best
Should have been a
picture.
pitcher. Yeah, and Prince Canute is just posted up praying to Jesus. He's like, Jesus, take the wheel. And Jesus is like, we haven't made wheels yet. What are you doing?
Like, shut the fuck up, dude. That's later.
Meanwhile, Thorfinn has a dream about his family and friends from the village in a fertile land. His dad tells him to stop thinking about revenge and think about your family. And then the dream ends with his dad getting fucking arrowed up again.
Yeah,
Always ending like that.
it's just weird metaphor.
Always.
I don't know where he got that
It's
from.
just, I don't understand what they were trying to tell me here. Like, you know, literary things are always trying to be all fancy and shit
Yeah,
and tell
right,
me like
right.
him getting shot with the arrows represents him getting shot with the arrows earlier on. Like, just grow up. Just tell me what you're trying to tell me.
You
all
grow
right?
up, dude.
Just
I need you
tell
to grow
me.
up. Just spell it out for me, dude. I don't know. And he wakes up and he has to scream where he yells father, and it was so intense because I feel like we haven't heard him scream father since he's been like a somewhat more of an adult.
Yeah.
And it was intense, dude. It had me shook.
Yeah.
Shook me up like a can of Coke.
Hmm.
And then sprayed me all over Askeladd's face. The Askeladd pirates raided another village and they show discontent with their role in the war. They're just out here, you know, fucking up random villages, not really doing much. And Bjorn says, well, the war is probably going to end in the next year or so. So grow the fuck up, guys. Stop fighting each other because someone called you a cattle.
Yeah, dude. Grow the fuck up, dude.
he's like, well, what'd you call him? Cattle thief. He's like, well, nothing I can fucking do. That's fine.
Yeah.
Dude, if somebody called me a
I
cattle thief
don't-
right now, I'd fucking stab in the stomach too, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't play that shit.
That's not even that bad. I don't understand. Like if you call him a cattle fucker, that'd be different. It'd
Yeah.
be like,
No,
okay.
no, that'd
but
be
I'm just sitting
understandable,
there-
first of all.
I'm
Back
sitting
in the
there-
Viking days, dude, you're fucking whatever's by
But
you.
here's the thing, though. They're
But
Vikings,
they're
though.
all
Like they
thieves,
don't.
right.
They don't even like. First off, they are thieves. Second off, they arrived on a ship and have been walking together. When? Where?
When would I have been able to thieve
what
this
cattle
so-called
do
cattle?
you see?
Listen, dude, I'm just gonna say, okay, you live your life, right? This is gonna be very controversial. This is gonna be another. Kyle, you gotta follow me with this one, okay?
Yikes.
You eat chips
Do I
your
gotta
whole
get the
life.
shovel?
You eat
Yeah.
Mrs. Fisher's dark potato chips your whole life,
Those
okay?
suck.
What the fuck ever? You eat them your
See,
whole life.
he's
It's the
all-
only thing you're eating, okay? All of a sudden, another chip shows up. You gonna try it?
It's literally anything else. Yeah.
Thank you. Same thing goes with fucking sheep and cows.
Okay, great.
You loot
So-
and pillage all these villages. You fuck whatever woman you want.
Mm-hmm.
It gets boring after a while. Go fuck a cow.
Right.
Boom.
You see this nice bull with this nice bull cock, and you think, I can satisfy. I can do it. I can
Thorfinn
do that.
Decides to get
Tag
away
me
from
in.
all the pirates and the violence
Put me in the game,
That's for you,
coach.
Kyle. That's for you, Kyle.
and remembers his home and his father after looking over a field, and then sees Askeladd. Askeladd says, yeah, idiot, you're going to kill me someday because I'm getting old and you're just getting more stronger.
He's like, eventually, I'm just gonna fucking die and you'll still be alive.
Eventually, my body will not work anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like 20, 30, 40 years younger than me. Yeah, you're going to kill me at some point,
Yeah, you
idiot.
fucking
It's like,
idiot.
you dumb kid.
Idiot.
You're like
Idiot.
you're still a kid. You haven't
You're still a
reached
kid.
full like adulthood.
Your balls haven't even dropped yet.
Idiot, dude.
One of these
And then
days-
Askeladd gives him some lesson about Romans and Britannia and Final Judgment and Ragnarok. And he's like, I'm probably going to die soon, but the whole world is too in 20 years because, you know,
That
the Christians
happened.
believe
Yeah,
that.
he's on some other shit.
He's like a guy, you know, he's like, I'm going to die soon, but so's the world. So it's fine if I die soon, you know? I feel like that was normal back in the day. People are like, the world just ends
mean,
when I die, so whatever.
Literally every generation has thought the apocalypse was happening. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're the
And it
only generation that
always
got a movie.
does.
Yeah.
Boom.
You're right.
Checkmate. Multiple movies.
Well, I'll say which one. Apocalypse
Exactly.
Now.
I think 2012 was a big one, I think.
The day after tomorrow.
Yeah, but the
Godzilla.
world didn't like end, right?
Yeah, there would be no day after tomorrow if it was tomorrow was the event.
Yeah, tomorrow's
Rubber.
the dead day.
Yeah.
Idiot, dude.
The day after tomorrow is always tomorrow.
2012, didn't they like get on a ship or something
Best.
and
A
leave?
lone messenger
movies.
tells Askeladd and his unit that Thorkill routed the troops at London Bridge, captured Prince Canute, and are heading for the main army. The messenger says, hey, come help. Askeladd says, help this. And gives him a chop with a sword.
chop.
Yeah, dude. So good. I wasn't expecting it either, and I was like,
Same.
yeah.
Yeah.
He just decapitates the dude real quick and says, bury him and his horse because
Yep.
we're going to capture this prince and I'm going to groom him and then we'll sell him to the highest bidder.
I just hate saying the word.
did it
groom
so
when we're talking
fast.
about people, dude.
That's what he's doing.
I just don't like the word. Also, did we talk
don't
about
have to
Canute
like it.
being like we should math that? You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
It's dangerous.
Canute
Oh,
sound.
just the
Very-
name? Yeah.
I don't know if I
tough
brought
as
it up
his name.
before, but
Yeah, I think
know.
so. It's
Did
like
I?
a Canadian
Okay.
slur. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't like it.
I'm gonna ride you like a Canute.
No, it's like,
Like, I
get
feel
the
like it's some
fuck
type
out of
of
here,
boat.
you and your fucking Canute friends.
Well, I mean,
Oh, man.
you can say that about anything,
Yeah.
dude. You call someone like
Just
you call
saying.
someone like a curtain, you know.
No, if you
And,
the
like-
see
Some
curtain
things-
doesn't work.
Some things just get
works.
more stank on it.
Yeah, Canute has stank on it, like ship.
It's got a
ninja.
hard new sound, you know. New.
You and your fucking new friends, dude.
See, dude, that's
I don't like it. I don't like that either.
that's dangerous, dude.
Uh-oh.
That's a yikes.
And that's the end of the episode. Askeladd. Some things to note here. Askeladd's obsessed with this idea that the world's ending soon, referencing the current era as the Age of Twilight. He says it a couple of times.
Yeah. He's like, ironic. The dawn and the age of twilight. I'm like, yeah, the sun's still rising. It's fucking.
It's like, dude,
that's not.
like, what
That's
do you,
not
like-
irony.
That's not. That's just time, dude. What are you talking about? Like he like constantly proves like he's like a scholar. He's talking about like the Roman Empire and all this shit about like history, and then all of a sudden it's just like, well, I guess must be poet too.
That's why your lit fucking teacher failed you.
Titan, right? This episode got a Rookie of the Year out of Tree of Life because Rookie of the Year is the only movie I know with a picture in it.
God, that's a fucking deep cut. That was a Disney movie, wasn't it?
I
think
don't
so,
even.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's
movie.
the one where it's the kid and he pitches.
The kid like breaks his arm, and then like all of a sudden when he puts it like this, he's like able to pitch
Yeah.
it real fast.
Yeah.
What?
And then he joins the Cubs about
Yeah.
it.
And then he
That's
gets
just bad
fucked
for your
up,
arm,
and then
dude.
he has to, do a gross pitch. And
Yeah.
then, yeah.
A gross
Yeah.
pitch. What?
Yeah. It's like I think that it was like a
'cause-
palmer or something.
Is there?
What they
His
called
arm
it.
breaks back into place, and then he's like, "Oh no, my
I can
power's
only-
gone for pitch."
Is there a kid that like hurt himself more? Like he had a broken arm. He's like, oh, I can do it now. And then
Yeah, probably. It's based off of a true story. And then Tree of Life, because I feel like that was the whole thing that Askeladd was trying to do, you know? What is life, if not the movement of time forward?
What is tree?
Okay.
If not
What
life.
is life? Episode 11. Thorkill's army discusses food, women, and religion. They're just marching along and fucking with the priests and Canute and Ragnar. And, you know, like big things. Like who would win, Magician Jesus or Buff Thor? You know?
I feel like Thor's got more feats.
Yeah, like magician Jesus is cool, but like Thor has a magic hammer, and I feel like that's still kind of magician-y.
But like
Thor could do lightning
Jesus
stuff.
could just come back from the dead.
Yeah,
you know?
after 7 fucking days where Thor's partying, and then Thor just hits him with the hammer again. He's like, "We got a week off of the cunt."
Okay.
Yeah,
like,
but-
I'm pretty.
But Thor's been written to die. Like Jesus is like coming back, and then there's nothing else about him dying again.
Yeah,
Right,
I get that, but like, okay, like I don't know my mythology that much.
Okay.
But like, Thor is like old mythology in terms of like his stories probably are just him doing rad shit, and people have been like, hell yeah, Thor, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what it is. Meanwhile,
Well, it's also like the Midgar serpent is going to eat him and
Yeah.
then start Ragnarok.
Yeah.
So like
so he's
written
going
to
on
die.
a bang too. Meanwhile, Jesus is
Yeah.
like this fucking fig tree. I hate it.
I hate this tree. Dude.
Wait, did Jesus not die a second time?
No, he just disappeared, right?
He just was like,
He
you know
just-
what? My dad's about to kill all y'all motherfuckers anyway. I'm out. And he pieced.
I'll be back, he said.
Yeah.
You gotta watch the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, dude.
The Da Vinci Code.
Watch that Mel Gibson movie. That tells
Thorkill reminds Ragnar that he doesn't care how many people he's gonna fight because if they die in battle, Valkyries will save them and take them to Valhalla. So whatever, dude. I'll fucking die about it. The priest is found out to be an alcoholic and makes a joke about it. He starts freaking out, saying, "I can see God," and everyone's like, "Just get him some fucking alcohol." He's freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thorkill asks him, "Hey, so who do you think will win? Or who's the better god, Thor or Jesus?" And he says, "Whoever made booze."
That's a strike for
What kind
Jesus right there. I don't know what to say.
Right? Like what kind of priest is that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's how they were built back then.
Yeah.
I guess. Thorkill's army is then quote unquote ambushed by the forces from London Bridge. Thorkill surrenders Canute, Ragnar, and the priest immediately, and then says, "Okay, come on, let's fight. We gave you the people, so you don't have to hold back. Come on, Give me it!
Broke your voice on that.
It's
Ragnar's
just
like,
Discord
no,
that does it to him.
leave.
It's so good.
Like, let's not fight. We have to get the prince to safety. And the leader of this group is like, no, he called us a bitch. Yeah. We need to fight.
Yeah. I fucking love this part. Because
It's
they're
so
almost, the guy's like, no, dude, he's just baiting you. He's like, or is it the truth? And he's like, all right, that's it. You know?
Like, this isn't going to go down how you want it to. But what if it does?
Yeah. Right.
And then a fight starts, and Thorkill, he takes 2 axes and just turns into a tornado.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
he was a fucking garbage disposal. I loved it.
All I'm saying is Thorkill is literally a Dynasty Warriors character. Like, that's every scene with him feels like everyone else is an NPC.
I watched this scene like fucking 4 times in a row. I just kept going back. I'm like, this
It's
is too
so
much.
good.
I love
He's
it.
just spinning around, cutting through trees and like humans, like nothing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
And just smiling about it. Just the happiest man on the planet.
Yeah.
about it, you know?
So happy.
Oh.
Upwind from the battle, Askeladd lights the forest on fire to minimize visibility and confuse both sides. Then he douses Thorfinn in water and then sends him to get the prince. It says, go put water on you, go get him. But like not on the horse.
Yeah.
You know?
I was like, okay, first off, you're not going to get the horse to just run in the fire. Probably.
Not at all. I don't think
Second
it
off,
would at all.
At least, even if you had it that well trained, throw a little splash on it. Just a little splishy splash. Like,
No, maybe they lit the horse on fire before he ran into the fire. Because then the horse
Yeah.
is like, whatever, I'm on fire already. Whatever, dude, I'll do it. I don't care.
also, I don't feel like being wet's just going to like help that much in a forest fire.
Right. And then I wrote, I hate Ragnar, because there's this whole scene where someone tries to stab Ragnar and he's like, whoa, why are you just stabbing around in the smoke? You gotta fucking present yourself. And then someone's like, hey, yo, Prince, where you at?
Yeah.
And Ragnar's like, hey, we're over here. See, that's what you gotta do, because that's the thing you gotta do. And then there's like bad guys. And I was like, you fucking idiot, dude. I hate this guy.
So, like, okay, fire is hot, right? Makes you sweaty. Your clothes get wet from the sweat. Now you're immune, right? Is that how it works? I've been watching a lot of Baki. I don't know what to say. Is that it?
That is
It depends on
Baki.
how
That
much you
is-
sweat. Depends on how much you sweat. You gotta like be drenched in that bitch, you know?
I'm just imagining a Baki character fucking flexing and the music going, he just like sweats. Like he
Like-
full body sweats. And
You
like
can't even
a
see his
second.
skin anymore. It's just
Dorian
water.
like throws a grenade at someone
Yeah.
and then he's like, oh, I got him. And he's like, well, I actually flexed really hard right before you threw it and now I'm just soaking wet and that made me immune to
In
your fucking
14th
dumbass
century,
grenade."
Chinese monks used to
In
sweat
14th century.
on the
They used to
fields.
give birds in sauna so people would just live in saunas for their
They
whole
could not-
life and control their
They could
pores.
not manage their crops that well because their hands were too dry. But then they started sweating, and then they developed the ancient secret technique of sweating a lot.
Of sweating negate fire.
Thorfinn then fends off Thorkill's unit to protect Prince Canute before Thorkill himself appears. Thorkill tells Thorfinn he knows his parents, and Thor's is stronger than Thorkill.
Yeah, I
So
fucking
that's the guy that's the strongest with him, man.
I fucking loved when Thorkill notices fucking Thorfinn. He's like, "Oi, Thorfinn!" And then
Yeah.
he holds up his fucking hand with his missing fingers.
He's like, you
I'm
make
glad
me
they kept
strong
it.
as fuck, boys. Look at this shit.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Ain't
Oh, yeah.
nobody's
I
ever
do-
done it
That
to me
guy,
my whole
that guy
life.
did this.
Yeah.
I do gotta say, this show has, for an anime, a lot of attention to detail.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like the thumb, like the fingers, like that's a give. But like all the fingers in the last episode, I'm
Yeah,
like, dude, okay, these hurt looking at, but also
Yeah.
you're really like taking the time to draw all
Very
these. And
detailed.
it's not just the
Yeah.
girl. Like every single person looks like they have
Yeah.
peasant hands.
Cold ass winter village
Cracked
hands,
fucking,
you know?
work hands, dude. Those are the kind of hands that grab your dick and shreds it. Just one stroke, it shreds the skin like fucking cheese
Just
grater.
degloves
My dick
it.
shreds
Yeah.
back.
Mm.
A large tree falls between Thorkill and Thorfinn. And Thorkill says, you can have the prince because we're going to see each other again. We're going to the same place. Then there's a scene with two soldiers from different armies that I thought was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, where's Thorkill? And he's like, hey, your majesty. He's like, wait a minute, we're not on the same side. And then they get fucking arrowed on.
Yeah. I like this. I like this a lot. They're like, all right, we got to find these guys, dude.
It was very sad. Thorfinn then returns to Askeladd with Prince Canute, Ragnar, and the priest. Askeladd asks to see the Prince Canute's face, and the episode ends. A couple things to note. Thorkill's interest in Thorfinn grew quite a bit more after he realized that he knew his parents. Askeladd continues to not care about Thorfinn whatsoever, because someone asks him when he sends him into the fire, he's like, whatever, if he comes back, he comes back. If he doesn't fuck him. And Thorfinn considers why his father was a true warrior when Thorkill tells him, hey, I know your dad. He was a fucking amazing warrior, stronger than me. And Thorfinn's like, Dad? This episode got every early 2000 comedy out of Smokey the Bear. Because they do the whole,
fire.
like,
The fire.
you know, like, it was always, it was like in, you know, the early 20s comedy movies, it was always a thing for it to be like, hey, who do you think will win in a fight? You know? Like, that was the thing. I feel like every movie had that for the longest time.
What was that one movie?
And that was a scene.
What was that one movie with Seth Rogen?
I think
Pineapple Express.
No. It was the one where the dude got kicked out of his house because he couldn't stop paying for the prostitutes. You remember? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what
No,
you're
I have
talking
no
about. I
idea.
can't think about
It's the you know how I know you're gay scene.
40-year-old virgin.
Yeah, there it is. Don't they say who would win in a fight? They between two things.
Yeah, like it was just in so many movies. It was all the time. Who would win the fight?
I
Don't
like
care.
That. I like that scene a lot.
Yeah. Episode 12. Askeladd gives a letter to a fisherman to give to some elders across some river. That's it. Thorkill's army is gaining on Askeladd's pirate. And there's a fucking ear guy. Thinks he's Legolas out in this bitch, you know?
That guy's so cool.
So goofy looking. Dude.
Yeah.
He's got big ass fucking ears and just looks like he's taking so many blows to the head.
Yeah.
No, I think he just isn't he supposed to be like no.
Isn't he supposed to be like? Oh man.
Yeah. He's supposed to be an ear guy, dude.
Yeah.
He's
That's
ear
right.
guy.
They call him the ear.
Yeah, he's
you know?
supposed to be an ear guy.
He's here guy.
Yep.
And he also has the
Yep.
he I don't want to say it again.
Yeah, you're
What is
Yeah,
happening?
he's like fucking.
there's a lot. I got it.
Yeah,
I get it.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got what
Yeah.
you're saying. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Askeladd says he Askeladded for some reinforcements, so they need to keep moving.
Hell yeah.
Bjorn and Askeladd discuss why Askeladd changed his whole demeanor after seeing Prince Canute's face. Askeladd says Canute's a young buckaroony with a future. Grooming time.
He said, that's not the face of a king. And I was like,
that's the face
Room time.
of a boy that I am going to control at some point in my life.
I only see holes.
Nope. Don't like that.
Mhm.
Don't say that.
Yikers. Askeladd's army meets up with 2 old men and 3 boats take them across the Severn River. I know nothing about geography, but we get quite the geography lesson here. Here we go. Ready? Wales is a place that isn't England. That's all I learned. That's it. That's all I know.
west-
That's all I
west
picked
of
up from
England.
that.
you could upset some people by saying you didn't.
Very mountainous.
That's all. I didn't even know that it was west. They showed a map, and they're like, it's west of England. And then they showed Wales, and I was like, where's England?
Yeah.
Like to the
It's
east? Because that doesn't look
England,
like England. I don't
and then it's
understand.
Wales, and then it's Scotland below Wales, I'm pretty sure. Or Scotland's north.
Guys,
Of
whales are in
England.
the
It's all
ocean.
Britain to me.
Wales are ocean.
Whales are ocean.
We're dolphins. Miami. Dolphins are in Miami.
Yep.
Askeladd says they won't take the ships to meet the main army because these ships are all this little area has. So they're going to walk across Wales, which is a big problem because people don't like Danes, which is what these people are, which is what Canute is the president of. Vice president, child president, almost going to be in line for president. King, prince is what I was looking for.
There you go.
Canute is super autistic, for lack of a better word. Just doesn't want to speak at all to anyone except Ragnar.
Yeah.
Askeladd says, Thorfinn, you're going to protect this guy. And Thorfinn says, no, dude, we're fucking fighting. You're going to give me my prize. And this is where Askeladd says, whatever, dude, we'll fucking fight. I don't care. Shut up. Do what I tell you. You're already groomed. You know what I'm saying?
You've been groomed.
There's
I've been done, did groom. You're old groom.
You're old groom. Take care of new groomed.
Right.
This new guy's joined the party. Gratianus, which looks like Gratianus is his, how it's spelled.
I call him Grateful Anus.
Thanks for the anus. Yeah. And he's gonna guide them through Wales in exchange for a non-aggression pact with England. He asks the prince to make that arrangement, and the prince tells Ragnar to say some shit, and Ragnar starts talking, and Gratianus is like, I was not talking to you, old man. I was talking to the little kid.
Yeah, that dude's a gangster.
We'll pick this up fucking.
He just looks like a Roman dude.
Yeah.
Also,
I did not like the bitch ass prince.
Grateful Anus would be a good name for our band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the Grateful
and then
Dead will be the Grateful
Our
Anus.
hit single would be Leaky O-Ring. Because that's what a Grateful Anus would have, is a leaky O-ring.
You'd be very happy that you're touching it.
Askeladd's pirate army asks the priest what the king's palace was like because they all want stuff for taking the prince back there. And then they ask, I want to know what love is. Yeah. I don't know the rest of the words to the song. But that's it. They just ask.
I don't know what the fuck. They're like, love? What's that? Some English thing.
What's love?
What is it good for?
What is...
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
What?
Don't take that joke. It's coming up later.
Fuck.
Too late.
Thanks,
Don't say
Kyle.
it. Stop.
Thanks,
Stop.
Kyle.
Stop.
Call
Don't
the
joke
time
about
police.
Don't joke about it. But yeah, the priest basically just says, I don't care about stuff. I care about love. And they literally have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Askeladd's pirate army mercenary team comes upon some forces that will not allow them to pass any further. There's a legend about Arturius returning to restore Britannia. And then we get the typical anime season finale cuts of everyone. And I was like, oh, this is like a mid-season break. We're going to have a new intro because I'm getting these random cuts of Thorkill, King Sewin, and then Leif Erikson seeing a kid that kind of looks like Thorfinn but isn't Thorfinn. And Leif is like old as dirt. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Prince Canute clearly has some anxiety / autism issues because he's just not talking to anyone about anything. The priest is definitely going to get some following out of all this. People are just going to be like, hey, what's love? And he's going to be like, I'll tell you if you give me some alcohol about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Askeladd is gonna do some shit, you know, like he's got some planned stuff going on, which we'll find out later. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. I guess an anime out of medieval knight stuff. Episode 13, we get a new intro, which
Out of medieval knight stuff, dude. I don't fucking know.
It's
I've been doing a
fine.
lot of medieval knight stuff lately.
It's
King
nowhere near
Camelot,
the
whatever.
first bop, but the second
No.
one is like,
It's
not bad,
it's
I don't
so
like
hard
it.
to
The first one
follow
hits hard.
an
Yeah.
intro like that. Like,
all I'm saying is if it was in my fridge, right, and I had both of them, right, the first 12 pack would be empty before I open the second one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would, like, if it was food, like, I would eat it if the expiration date was close. And I'm like, well, I bought it. So, I mean, got to use it before the expiration date. But
Yeah.
until then,
I didn't
I'd
like
wait.
it. I'm gonna skip it every time. And
If
the
it was
first
a
one I
m-
didn't skip a single time.
If it was a metaphor, I would abstractly say that, like, I like the first one a lot more than the second one.
mm-hmm,
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I think I understand that one. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
A kid gets out of a boat with a woman on his back facing an army. That's it. The main army continues to move through the land, and King Sweatyan gets news about London Bridge and Canute. That's it. Apparently didn't know any of this was happening, and so much shit has already happened.
I mean, it's like they're far away. It takes time. You know?
No.
They didn't have
Askeladd
Pony
tells his men.
Express.
There's horses
They
everywhere.
didn't have Pony
Askeladd
Express.
tells his men.
It's different. It's built different.
They have real big horses. Askeladd tells his men not to attack the ambushers, led by the man named Asser.
It's a good name.
I hate how immature we are. Where I'm just
Yeah.
like, I know why you said that name so fucking hard because you wanted me to do it. Named Asher.
That kid got bullied real
Yeah,
fucking bad,
dude.
you know?
Yeah.
Real hard.
Hey, let me see your asser.
Askeladd asks Prince Canute to talk some cold shit to Asser's forces. He's like, hey, go tell them that their balls are going to shrivel up in water if they fuck with you. And Prince Canute freaks out and then hides behind Ragnar.
He's like, you can literally say
Cool.
anything. And he's like, pass.
No.
He's like a kid.
No, I scared.
Yeah.
I spooked.
Askeladd just utters like he's like, "Can you?" And the prince is like, "You talking about that guy over there? You're not talking to me, right?"
A kid too late in high school is trying to use the pass when he's called on. Pass.
Askeladd and Ragnar argue about Canute's mannerisms. Askeladd's like, he's going to be fucking king. He can't be a bitch like this. Ragnar tells him, you don't know. He's been sick and he sees bad stuff.
what a
and he
fucking-
was
oof.
taught to just be quiet to
I'm
survive.
so
So,
fucking mad. Such a fucking bitch, dude.
It's like he was like,
Yeah, and I
he
hate
was
Ragnar.
like,
Oh,
he's got,
I hate Ragnar more than the prince.
right, because he's enabling this behavior.
in the flashback, he was like, he's got to be like unnoticeable and like quiet. And I'm like, then why is he sitting on the fucking throne?
Yeah.
Right.
I love Thorfinn though. He's like, yo, you need to stop that bitch shit. Like I had my dad die right in fucking front of me, dude.
Like when I was half
Thorfinn
your age.
does
Yeah.
nothing but mean mug.
Dude, Thorfinn's mean mug is the greatest mean mug in all of
Yeah.
anime.
I don't.
At me.
It like reminds me of like Boondocks
Yeah.
animation
Yeah.
when it happens.
The one where
It's
he's just
real.
like standing there, and they're like, when Askeladd
Yeah.
first told him, you gotta watch this Canute, this fucking
Yeah.
Canute over here, dude.
His lip was all the way up.
dude.
Yeah.
I want that face tattooed on my face. You know?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm just imagining that kid fucking looking at like this face I want to do when I get revenge from my dad.
I'm gonna fucking. I swear to God.
And he
dude.
doesn't even have like a mirror, so he's just doing it in front of a cow, trying to intimidate the cow. You know, because he sleeps in barns and shit.
He's like, right when I fucking kill him, Kyle, watch his shit. That's what I'm gonna do to him.
Askeladd takes Tinnitus to meet with the ass man. I don't know. why
Somebody
that's
has
what I wrote, but
tinnitus?
That's what I wrote.
Who's tinnitus?
The gratiatinitis.
Tinnitus, anus.
Gratinitis.
Britannius,
And then the
'cause-
ass man.
yeah, the ass man and Grat tinnitus.
Thorfinn calls Canute a loser.
Which fair.
And then there's some bloodline talk about Askeladd, and Bjorn says he doesn't know shit about Askeladd. Askeladd's like, yeah, my dad was the guy, did stuff, and my mom was woman, got sex slaved stuff,
Yeah,
and
she was
then
fuckstick.
here I am, and my bloodline is kind of like Artorius's, and I'm here to secure a position in Cannoli's army at a high position for a peace in Wales.
He just keeps doing it.
I didn't know. I was like, okay, cool, whatever, dude. Whatever you say, man. Askeladd's army is then asked to hand over all their weapons and while they move through Wales. Country folk mean mug Askeladd's pirate army platoon. Cannoli blows up at Thorfinn, saying he's not scared. He just has to be cautious when he speaks. And Thorfinn calls him a bitch. And Canute has a full-on tism fit about it.
Yeah. Thorfinn's like, I get it. Sit down.
Yeah.
He's like, no!
You're just
No,
yelling.
He's like stuck in
Yeah.
like the butterfly effect for everything he does. He's like, I can't do anything without impacting the future.
Right.
And then Thorfinn's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All I know is this dagger.
Yeah.
Stabby, stabby.
Yeah.
My dad, die. Dagger, kill, fuck him, fuck you, bitch.
Dad die, arrows.
That's what he does.
Remember that. Daggers, ask a lad, kill, family back home I don't care
Mug,
about. That's my
mug
life.
mean you, bitch.
Mean mug cause you bitch.
Bitch.
It begins snowing and they have to cut through the countryside instead of the mountains. And that's the end of the episode.
Yep.
The episode got a Game of Thrones out of the King's Speech.
Nice.
You
Yeah,
can't wait to be king. Sorry.
No.
That's the one, right?
Episode 14. This episode's hella depressing. I'm just going to put it out there. Overall, very depressed, very sad, very
Low
upset,
energy.
very happy that I was upset, you know? Felt good that I could feel feelings,
Yeah,
you know?
right?
Yeah, this episode made me go, oh.
Yeah.
I hate when those episodes happen, but boy, do I love it when those episodes happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like to know that I'm still alive. There's a girl named Anne who stole a ring and then hides it away from her hella Christian family.
Mad Christian. dude.
'Cause she-
Like that crazy
thinks it's,
Christian
like,
where you're
really
like, kind of a little culty,
Yeah.
you know?
Lot bit cold.
a little culty.
Been there.
It's like when you go to a church and people are speaking in tongue. Have you guys ever seen that live?
No.
Yeah.
I have.
I have
a lot.
too.
It's awesome.
I seen it.
It's
I
great.
seen it live, and I'm like,
love that shit.
like, I will never follow whatever religion this is.
Yeah,
That is
no,
terrifying.
Like,
Why?
it is.
it's
Where-
terrifying.
Where are you guys going?
I've been
So-
to 2 separate churches that have done that.
I've been to
Any
one.
Pentecostal church.
My mom
We'll
took
do
me to
that.
one,
Yeah.
and dude started speaking in tongues and like doing this shit, and I'm like, "Hey, mom,
Yeah.
I don't ever want to do that again." She's like, "Probably
That's
shouldn't."
enough for me.
Yeah.
When I was like 19, I went to like a lot of different churches for a lot of different religions, you
Yeah.
know, because I was like trying to find my spell spiritually,
Right,
you know,
right,
and so yeah, I seen some shit, dude.
It's terrifying.
It's awesome. It's so cool.
It's so cool, dude.
I think
doesn't make me-
I think religion is the coolest, weirdest fucking thing that humans have come
Yeah.
up with.
I'm with you on that.
It's so fucking cool, man. Like it's like doing drugs without having drugs in your
Right.
body, you know? Like you imagine there's a guy and he's up there and he's got people with wings about it and they're gonna be around and they're gonna write down the stuff that you're doing and they're gonna tell you if it's bad or good after you die.
Question all the things.
Every
Yeah. All the
single thing
things.
that you
Every of the thing.
There's one
I
guy
gotta go
and he's
delete a
gonna write
truck.
the good stuff. Yeah. It's wild, dude.
do, they're
Just religion.
They're gonna look at your
is just
browsing
awesome.
history. They're gonna look at every word you've said, and then when you when you die, they're gonna read it to you, and they're gonna put it on a whiteboard, and then they're gonna list the good, the bad, whatever list is longer. That's where you go.
You stop saying
And if
that,
you
I'm
go
gonna
to
have a
hell,
panic attack.
if you go to hell, the devil tells you it, and then you get to fuck him,
And then
or vice versa.
nope.
Unless you don't want to fuck him, then you fuck
Then
him.
he shits
There's a
in your
lot of
mouth.
Whatever
stuff.
you don't, hell
Yeah.
is whatever you don't want
Yeah.
to happen all the time.
Yeah, you actually get 5 choices. I found that out.
Yeah. Justin played a nice, historically accurate game called Sex with the Devil on Steam. Turns out,
Nice.
hell seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hell seems neat.
Well, there's different
A
levels.
lot of
hell.
weird things to have sex with in hell. That's
There's
for
a lot.
sure.
Yikers.
Yep.
What was that thing that had an eye and then it had a dick and it had 2 tiny saggy titties?
It looked like a beholder almost, but the eye was a pussy,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
had
Well-
one penis in the front
Yep.
with tits flanking it,
Yeah.
and it had
Well-
like leg tentacles coming off
Yeah.
of it.
That's what
Well,
I
you know
want
what
to
they
Wild
say.
stuff.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Hell yeah, dude.
So,
Ah!
the priest contemplates love while these brothers are telling him, I think this is love. You
Yeah.
know? And then he hears about Thor's sentiment of a true warrior not needing a sword, and he fucking jizzes about
Oh, I
it.
fucking loved it. When they panned over and he's just like so
Yeah.
close, he's like,
Yeah.
huh?
That was very Attack on
Yeah.
Titan. It
Yeah.
like, freaked me out
Yeah.
for a second. I was like,
Yeah.
stop, dude. What
Are
are
you
you
gonna
doing?
eat him? No.
Oh, I fucking loved it.
I like the priest a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's interesting.
I really
Askeladd.
like how they like
ahead.
fucking they're doing this like every time he tells a story, more people are like, tell me more about it then. And I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, this is kind of how
I mean, that's literally how religion.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
that's
how
I
it happened.
like it.
no, that's how it
Yeah.
started, though. Like,
No, that's really how religion started. It's just drunk people
Gotcha.
said these stories over and,
And that's
over
why they
again.
talk in tongues, because drunk people can't talk well.
Yep. And that's why the
Right.
stories change so much. Because, like, if you're a
Right.
priest, you can't pretend like you don't know what's going on. You
Right.
have to be completely confident.
Yeah.
Like
And if
she's
you
like, so
forget
there's an
stuff, you just gotta
apple.
fill it in.
You don't eat it.
Right.
God said, hey, don't eat it. And
Don't
then
touch it.
a snake came.
Guess what this bitch
Snake.
did?
There was
The
snake.
snake came
and
and,
then
he said, eat it.
female.
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 Eat it. I took a rib
Eat
out.
it.
I made another one. He said, don't eat it.
I made another
He said,
one.
"Don't
and he
eat
said,
it."
don't.
Ate it.
Don't. Eat.
Now kitchen forever.
Not anymore, garden.
Kitchen forever now. You don't eat what I tell you. not to
Kitchen.
eat.
And then
Evil.
they're like,
Pandora.
what the fuck? We're naked. I hate
Dude,
this.
I want to do another podcast so
Yeah.
bad where we just
Bible
explain
podcast.
There's a lot.
history,
Yeah.
religion, just stories.
Just that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's just drunk history, dude. I fucking love drunk history, but like they're not drunk enough in that.
Well, see,
show,
drunk history
you know?
is they actually talk about real shit in history. We'll say our whatever the fuck we want.
right. But like I watched the Hamilton drunk history
Yeah.
one, and like Lin-Manuel Miranda was doing it, but like he was drunk, but it wasn't like a funny drunk. It was like a that man needs help kind of
Oh,
drunk.
no.
You know what I mean? Like because he's just like, and then Hamilton just fought him about
I
it.
love
you know?
watching people get obliterated. Oh God, do you remember when the finger on the app thing was happening? And we watched that stream of that dude
Yeah.
just getting demolished. And he was like thanking his like 7 viewers like for like an hour.
Just
I love
getting
you guys
toasted.
so much.
But there's a level of drunkenness that I enjoy watching. When you can tell that they are regretting how drunk they are, I don't like them.
No, the best
You
the
know,
best
I feel-
drunk is
I feel very
ideally
bad.
3 people on the same energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
You
they
can't have
and
a
they
single
have
person
like
be
that
drunk.
that
Yeah.
drunk confidence, you know?
Yeah.
Like drunk confident is the funniest kind of confidence
Yeah.
where it's just like and then, you know, Apple.
We should
Commend
we should
and
do
they did the Apple.
we should do a drunk anime podcast. Like an episode.
We did a drunk
Yeah, we-
pop
I-
culture
I
overdose one.
listened. It was great.
I don't remember
It was
that
not
episode.
great.
I remember as soon as it was over, I
Yeah.
threw up and passed out on the floor.
As soon as it was over, I had to hang out with my kids. That's what I had to do. It wasn't good, but actually it was pretty good because my kid. I laid on like my beanbag chair, just fucking demolished, and my kid brought me pizza. And like I took my shirt off, she just laid it on my chest. I'm like, this is what you have kids for.
Said I would have just been sucking on frozen pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Just like
I don't care. If give me whatever's in there to eat, I eat it. Do it.
Back to the depressing episode of anime. Askeladd's army bears a snowstorm and then comes upon a village and is like, you know what time it is, boys. Anne's Christian family prays, eats, and discusses religion. Of course, the adults tell the kids, hey, the devil is devil. Don't do stuff that gets you devil.
I like to focus on
Also,
that stuff.
they also tell the kids, they're like, listen, the world's going to literally end in 20 years. All right.
Yeah.
All of you, none of your lives matter. Your children right now, you're going to make it to 20 and then
done.
fucking die. Okay?
Well,
That's it. Fuck
they're
early.
they're a
Fuck
bit
early.
off on the timeline
Fuck
there.
early, fuck whoever.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Fuck her.
That's
Anne freaks out hearing about the
think
devil,
it's something
like
I
any
ain't
like
saying fuck
rational
early.
child does. I didn't say. I said.
yes,
I was like, you did
started,
say it.
you
I
started the
literally
fuck
came right-
early.
And then sneaks away to wear the ring again and says, I needed to get rid of it because the devil told me to steal it, but it's so pretty. And I feel that because the last time I got this cock ring, I felt the same way.
Dude.
While she's outside of the house, she sees Bjorn enter that family's house. And there's a very tense moment here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before the tense moment, though. The priest tries to warn the village and gets beaten up about it. He runs out. He's like, hey, people coming. And then the Askeladd pirate bandits just fuck him up about it. Bjorn then backhands the mom into fucking shelving unit.
Yeah, it was forceful. I love that he walked into the house and he's like, hey.
And he didn't speak their language at this point.
No.
He's like just in there rambling in some language they have no idea.
Bowl of food that they were eating. Okay, so like this isn't like they made it for him. Like, oh yeah, we'll make some garbage. He picked it up when you guys eat literal dog shit. I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
And just drops it on the ground. The mom's like, hey, you can't be just coming into my house and dropping my food on the ground. And he goes, shut up, bitch! And just backhands her into fucking shelving.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she died from that.
Dude, she had to have.
We don't see her alive again.
He hit her so hard, I thought we were going to go into a flashback.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to see her life. I was like, oh!
I want an anime where every time someone gets hit, get farther back in time.
That's
you're like,
Bleach, dude.
You're like, can we just please?
That's literally the whole Soul Society arc. Dude.
Yeah.
Like the year starts in like 1980, and then like, like see third season, and you're like, what year is it? You're like 1972. We can't get forward enough. we just like every time. I'm like, all right, we got a year. It's 1973.
The main character from episode 1, I'm on their great-great-great-grandfather because there's just a history of abuse of this man.
Oh, no, don't smack him. Fuck.
Bjorn then sticks a sword in the dad's face and says, give me your fucking food. Askeladd's army then gathers up everyone in the village. The villagers beg for their lives. And Askeladd says, don't worry, dude. You're not going to have to worry about this winter. Or any winter ever. Because we're murdering you.
Yeah.
His army then kills all the villagers while Anne watches. And this is not the violent, like, murder party that's been going on lately. This was an execution. Type shit.
Yeah.
Like they had all these villagers in the middle and they all just had fucking axes and it just like cut from bloody axe to blood and snow to dead body. And that was yikes.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
Like when the axe went up, I'm like, oh, dude, is it going to happen? And then it just happened. And then they don't even show you it. You literally just hear the noises.
That was a good art like choice as far as like they held it so long. You were just like, am I gonna fucking see a bunch of people get murdered?
And then you did.
And then it just kept showing more axes. And you're like, I don't know. And then you just hear the fucking noises, and you're like, I still hate.
And they
this.
showed like the backs of the soldiers that like are standing around the civilians, and they're just fucking going in on them, dude.
Yep.
It was rough. This one surprised me. I'm like, I dislike Askeladd quite a bit.
Yeah.
He's not a good guy.
And before they even started killing him, like Bjorn walks up and Askeladd's like, oh, did you finish digging the grave? Yeah. And then he's like, yep, it could probably fit 60 people if we put them in real snug. I'm like,
that's where Askeladd's like, well, I can fit like 10 soldiers in there.
And again, like Ragnar speaks up and he's like, hey, look, they're Christians. You know, they're innocent people. Let's not do this. And Askeladd's literally like, we're doing this because of your fucking prince. We can't let any of them go.
You literally have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, a whole army is going to descend on us, and we're going to get booty holes.
That's what sucks because like this party has to do it because they don't have like food and shit to get through this fucking winter, and they can't let any of them go because obviously they're just going to die anyway. Yep. And it's good. It's a good predicament.
It's a
Emily
lot.
was in the kitchen. I was like, hey, are pirates bad? They were always cool in shows
Yeah.
and stuff, and they're all quirky and drunk, and they drink
They're
rum.
like, "Where's the rum?"
They're like, we're gonna get rum and booty. And you're like, yeah, dude, I love booty and rum. And then you watch them murder a family in front of
It's
you.
like, I'm going to kill the head of your household and fuck your
Actually,
wife.
And your cow, dude. Because I don't give a fuck.
I just don't give a fuck, dude.
If it
I'm
has a
looking for
hole,
any
it's
wormhole.
getting the pole.
That's
okay?
right, dude.
Yeah.
The power pole, son. And then I'm going to kill the
I
cow.
do not.
Yep.
I do not advocate bestiality. I'm just saying.
Actually, from like, if whatever the internet has told me is that most piracy was like, it was like the actual like pirating part was a lot more tame than that. Like it was just like you just board them and they're like, "Yeah, you got us. Like you guys are pirates. I'm not." Can I
then
just
you
live?
fuck, then you fuck their cow that's on the boat. Right? Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah. You fucked the fish. That's why pirates weren't known for
Yeah.
raping. Fish are good
Fish
flesh.
are
Vikings
great.
are
Yeah.
known.
And then they
Not
called them
pirates.
mermaids, so people didn't think
And
of
then
them
they-
weird.
right. They're like, the mermaid.
Like, oh
I fucked
yeah,
the
fuck
mermaid.
the mermaid.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
You just drank rum
Yeah.
until it seemed like a
Right.
mermaid.
Mhm.
Anne walks off from the village and she has a conversation with God about her family in the afterlife. She contemplates how evil people exist and then says, I'm excited to die right about now. But then she wakes up in the morning and she's still alive.
Yeah.
And the episode ends. And this episode gets a 30 days of night out of What is Love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Give me booze.
That's it.
God, this is
And,
the worst podcast, dude.
And that's it. We did it. We got through the episodes.
We did it in
got
a quick hour 15. Harris is fucking rocking
Right,
and
I
rolling.
talk so fast, and then he's just like,
There's
I'm
just-
gonna
There
say,
wasn't
like,
a lot
5
of
words.
substance though to these episodes. I don't believe.
In this one specifically, there wasn't a whole lot. And like there was a lot of exposition. There was a lot of conversation. There wasn't a
think-
whole lot of action.
I think the most disappointing part to me really is that Askeladd's such a like important and intriguing character, and then they go on his history, and they could have literally done like a 1 episode thing for me to be like, I fucking love Askeladd, but they were like, yeah, I don't know, like here's a couple like pictures, you figure it out.
I don't like Askeladd in the context of the story though. I like him as a character, like looking at it objectively speaking, but in the context of the story, I don't want to feel anything for him because I feel for Thorfinn.
Yeah.
I don't even feel for Thorfinn.
I
Thorfinn's a dumbass,
feel
stupid ass,
for-
dumbass.
I feel for both, I think. Like I like Askeladd a lot. Like all of the things that he does, yeah, he's evil, but I mean that's how he's been. And especially giving his backstory on his mom was a fuckstick that his dad fucking put her in a barn when she got sick. Like and the disdain that he has for Danes. Hell yeah, rhyming Dr. Seuss baby. Like, so it makes sense. So I don't know. I like the depth that we got to Askeladd.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like I get him and I appreciate him as a character, but in the context of like what we're given and where we started from, like we started with Thor's being the main character, right? And then it turned into Thorfinn, and now it's turning into Askeladd, which is okay, but I just don't like how we keep pushing off Thorfinn.
Yeah.
And pushing off like what the actual purpose. Like Kyle kind of said it in the beginning, and like I feel it on a certain degree because it's Vinland Saga, and it's fine. We're not in Vinland or anything like that, but like even the word saga feels weird here. Like it's kind of just it's just like a disjointed story to a certain extent.
It almost feels like they're taking the Game of Thrones approach where they have like they follow obviously like different people and like storylines, but they also do it too long in between. Like Thorfinn essentially wasn't in these episodes really. He didn't really do
The last
anything
episode, he
except for
didn't even
talking
see him, I
to
think.
Canute.
Yeah, the last episode we didn't even see him.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
joke where I was like, it's not even because he wasn't the main character. Wasn't even in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still liked
Yeah.
all the shit I got to see with the Askeladd and all
Yeah.
the pirates.
I loved
and
it
shit.
still.
But I think why I gave it a dope and not a dopest dope, because I want more Thorfinn, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. I
do.
want either one.
I want to see him mean mug people with the lip.
Yeah.
Right. And I just want to see, like, I don't know, like what happens, right? From
Yeah.
here on, he goes, like, Canute gets back to the king, but then they meet Thorkill, right? The Thorfinn, like, Thorkill's very interested in Thorfinn. He's, like, openly said, I just don't even care. I just want to fight Thorfinn.
Yeah.
I don't even care about going to the fucking king. I just want to fight Thorfinn. So, you know, if that's where it ends out and they fight and Thorfinn kills him and then realizes like he's the best or whatever, and then what happens with Askeladd, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I honestly don't care about Askeladd's ambition, because in my mind he needs to die.
Oh, yeah. And he will.
End of story.
100% he will.
But I don't know. Like with everything going on now, it's like I'm like, no, you see, you're making me think that I don't want him to die. But I do want him to die.
I think
I don't even know who the good guys and bad guys are in the whole situation
Yeah.
anymore, honestly. Like
it's a lot.
it's just messy, and it's fine. I like it.
Mhm.
I don't like being like spoon fed, this is the good guy
Yeah.
and this is the bad guy. But
Yeah.
like I've just lost so much context on where we are, and like the fight between Denmark and England like is over, I guess, but like not. So and then like you just injected Wales into all this, so I don't know. It's just kind of all over the place, and I also think like where we left off was kind of a weird place. Because like episode 14 was kind of a standalone episode, you know.
Yep.
And 13 we kind of got this big exposition dump after like the season premiere, like the second part of it. So I think it was just a weird place to put that episode in general, but you know, we'll see what happens. I think Anne will get away and alert the other countries in Wales, and then they'll come after everything. But like, also don't care too much about all that, because I don't know anything about what's going on with Wales. It's just like we've gotten a little exposition dump about it, and that's it.
I just want to see what Thorfinn wants to do after his revenge arc is done. Like I want to see his goals. Like what does he want to do?
Going to Vinland.
Well, yeah, but is he going to go get his
Vinland.
family? Is he?
He's going to Vinland.
He go Vinland.
God, it's the title of the fucking show.
You're right.
He's gonna
Whatever.
saga to
He's gonna-
Vinland.
He's gonna
dude.
get a Saga Genesis.
Saga Genesis,
I hate him. I hate you so much.
you know. But yeah, that's it. That's all the stuff
That's the show.
that we talk about anime style.
Yep, he did it.
We went out, we talked, we said the words in the order that we needed to say
Yeah.
them in.
Not
and
much
then
more.
We put them out there for you to consume.
And it's low calorie. We cut out
Very
a lot
low.
of words.
A lot of proteins in what we feed you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Protein. Shout out rings. Shout out religion.
Wales.
Shout
Shout
out
out Wales.
alcohol.
Shout out executing
Shout out-
entire villages.
Shout out those-
Shout out-
Shout out
food.
Axe
Shout out
Tornado.
those two dudes who
shout
think
out
that they
garbage
have love.
porridge.
Yep.
Shout out. I want to know what love
Shout out.
is.
Shout
What
out.
is love?
I want you to show me. Shout out.
Shout out. Shout out fucking
out,
cows,
give me-
dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Please don't debate my Kamehameha. Shoot that shit right on your girl's face. She said she wanna taste the spirit bomb.